What's up, guys? Happy day. Welcome to another Mahalo Halo and Then Some. I am your host, Toni Rose, with my wonderful co-host.
Hey, it's the people's bestie, your favorite MC. It's your girl, Leps, and Toni Rose. We're coming at you with big love. Oh my God!
You're the worst secret keeper. I can hear you.
I have no shoes on because I'm
Hello.
What?
I hate you for sending me. The whole time I was like, "Where's Michaela? I can sense her. She's in here."
I am so glad I went to the bathroom before I came. What in the? I was like,
It just happened. Okay, so originally my show was supposed to be at 3, then we push it forward, and then anyways, the person that we switch at 4, and then I found out you were at 5, and I was like, Kuya, my face is on there. They're gonna know. Toni is not dumb.
I'm not.
And I removed all the Ahern stuff, and then I was like, oh my gosh, my purse is right there. Anyways, proceed back to the show.
Well, thanks for showing up.
I love you, Michaela.
That was a nice surprise, even though I can hear her voice.
I was like, Michaela.
I'll still stay here to listen because I want to hear your love story.
Miss you.
Yes.
All right.
All
Oh
right.
my gosh, Michaela.
Well, coming to you all the way live from the 702.
My God.
Picking it back up. So, anyway, what a wonderful surprise.
Yes.
We are full of surprises here. It is a wonderful day. Another amazing day here at PHLV Radio. Mahalo,
Yes.
Halo, and Then Some.
Yes.
We have a wonderful show today because, one, Michaela was still in the building.
Yes, she was.
And she decided to show up
I
and
love
scare
it.
all of us.
Yes.
Whew. All
I
right,
was
let
like,
me
I
take
just
a
kind of
breath.
froze, and I was like, all right, everybody, like that's right. It's all the way live.
All the way live.
There
My
you go.
adrenaline is up. So she's here, and MC Leps and I had a wonderful day together. We
Yes.
spent, literally the entire day together.
Pretty much, yeah.
We were going delirious in the car already on the way here.
Absolutely.
Because, when you are on the road for the whole day, it's just, it's bonding.
Yeah, it's bonding.
Bonding time.
We are blending. We're bonding, and we're talking, and we're sharing.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Give me a high five.
Come in like this. And
Oh my! If you did, I'm so
And
glad
then
that you did it, because if I get scared like that and I don't know what it is, I punch. I'm like, oh, and I do.
I was going to start crying down here.
So I punch, and so I'm so glad you did it, because I would have been like,
Oh my gosh, Halloween is over, but here we are.
I would be like, not today.
All right. Well, let's bring it back, guys. I have a wonderful show, for you guys today,
Yes.
because we are going to hit on some topics, in the real life adulting.
Yes.
And I want to bring on my amazing friends that I have made in the last year.
Yes.
Through Mahalo Halo. It was a privilege to encounter her, Trish, at Downtown Container Park when I was, trying to find some vendors for the first Mahalo Halo. And, God places people in your life, and you're obedient, and you just, hey, hi, nice to meet you.
How's it?
So along with her is Greg, her wonderful husband, who is the second part of, the wonderful foundation that they've already created. It's Libra and a Leo and BTP Productions.
Yes.
So welcome, guys.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Welcome back, Greg. I know you were here with your sons the other day,
Yes.
sharing your story about fatherhood as well as, being entrepreneurs. But, we wanted to bring you on because today's topic is a little bit more on the, not serious, we're never serious around here, but more on the real life topic of parenting, entrepreneurship, and also, the juggling of our schedule, our time, money management, all that stuff. We're going to go right into it. So,
That's right.
but first, go ahead and, share us your day. What did you guys do today? Did you have something exciting, or did you come straight here?
Well, this morning I woke up at 5 and then I pushed snooze 2 times. And then I get in the shower and I got to be across the street by 6 because I nanny in the mornings.
Okay.
This really wonderful couple. They work from home. Well, one works from home and one works for that. He's for the F1.
Okay.
He does the building and stuff.
Building.
So she's pretty much a single parent until he gets home.
Right.
And I'm okay in the mornings because I have this group of wonderful people that will get Harlow to school in the morning.
Yes.
Ella, we homeschool her, so she doesn't really start that until the afternoon when I get home. Sometimes around 10. She'll
Right.
start early. And then, what else did I do today? I went and got my hair done today.
It looks really nice.
Thank
I was
you.
just gonna say, I was like,
I
wow.
need to do my hair at some point in my life.
And that's why it's in a bun for me.
I have these
Bun action.
sparkles that come through all over.
I have sparkles too.
You know?
I do too,
decided
but
to
I
add
just can't get rid of it.
Greg is like, mine is glitter and
Right.
gold.
Glitter.
Yeah, glitter and gold.
You know, it's all of our wisdom,
No,
all of the things that we've been through.
Yes.
So
that's right.
just go with it.
I like
It looks
that.
beautiful. Looks beautiful.
Thank
You know,
you.
we gotta love on ourselves. You know what I mean?
I love your guys'
when we
hair,
love,
too.
When we love on ourselves better, then we can love on others. So it's really, really
Yeah.
good.
True story.
I think Libras need the self-care so that we can love everybody.
And balance.
Yeah, all the balance.
we go.
We're a scale, right? The
Yeah.
sign is a scale. We need some balance in our life.
Yeah.
Right.
Although all days, most days, if not today,
Right.
was
Right.
a little
Absolutely.
bit, skewed. But you got to come back and rebalance. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate that sharing. The need for self-care. We had that topic the other day, and I
did.
think that's very important as parents. We really need to just gather the troop and be like, hey, I need to take care of me in
Yeah.
order for me to take care of you. So so let's talk about what's going on. You guys have your storefront at the Arts Factory
We
currently.
do.
How long are you guys going to be there? How long have you been there so far?
So we have been there since 2022. We started, I think, in February, March, just doing First Fridays. And then about October came, and the previous owner that let me come in for First Fridays, he was wanting to work from home. So he said, hey, do you want to take up from my studio? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. So we bit the bullet and we signed the contract, and we were there, and it was our shop from December 1st. So we're coming up on a year, December 1st of
Wow.
this year. Yeah.
Wow.
But 2 years for First Fridays at the Arts Factory.
Okay.
So it's been such a learning experience with everybody there. It's
Right.
been fun. It's been fulfilling because we have 11 of us in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
11
Well,
of-
it's a great accomplishment, one, to be a small business owner, and then the first year you have your brick and mortar, you have your own storefront, and
Yeah.
succeeding in the community of artists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the creative world. Most businesses are like, oh, it's a service or sales or whatever, tangible, but yours is both creative and your candle business. So
Yeah.
and
Yes.
your scents. So I want to reiterate, it's at the Arts Factory on the second floor. How much longer do you guys think? Will you go online completely?
I think that our goal right now is to go online and then be able to go to pop-ups, because that is where we get to meet other business owners, like-minded. In the pop-up world, it's so fun because you are able to just see people that you are not in your shop.
That's right.
And then other people's creativity is so amazing, what they come up with.
Yeah.
I really love the ube cakes.
The cakes, yes.
The cakes
The
and
desserts and the
desserts.
Yes.
I never tried those, and I've been doing the pop-ups for the last 2 years.
right.
2
And
years.
this was the first time meeting
Aw.
these people, and I was like, this is amazing.
Like, I need
I
this
need
in
all the
my
ube.
life.
I love that. That's so funny. Being Filipino, I would think you're immersed in the ube world.
I know. I don't know why I hadn't met her. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the cupcake girl.
Yeah.
Oh,
cupcake.
yes.
Not your
mother?
mama's cupcake?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
shout
was my
out.
first time meeting her.
Angelia. Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I was like, this is amazing.
She's
Can
amazing,
I
yeah.
bought 4 from her that day, and they were all gone
Yeah.
at Mahalo Hall. I was like, I need to order more of those.
Well, what's
No,
great
she's
is
very good. She's a very good baker.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I see her post and I'm like, oh, I can do that. You wouldn't catch me baking nothing.
We're good at partaking.
Right.
We are
Yeah,
good
I'm
at
a partaker.
receiving
Yes.
and
Yes.
a partaker.
I need
That's
that.
what we do because we stay in our lane.
And
know?
I will signal, but
Yeah.
I will eat.
I can't make
whatever
Yeah.
that.
I'm making.
Yeah, we'll stop off on that
No.
stop every time.
Right.
So
You'll find me in the kitchen boiling up candles.
Yes.
When it comes to cooking, that is his.
Yeah, Greg, tell us about your cooking
Come on.
culinary experience. I
Let's
know,
go.
you know, we have a backstory to this lovely couple. So
Yes.
let's talk about the food that you cook up in the kitchen and how you re-met my dear friend over here.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right. How much time do we have?
a lot. Covering story time.
Story time. It's story time. We have a lot, but like you have a little time.
I'll go into the story after I precursor that story.
That's fine.
You know, when you're going through high school and your parents, back in our time, we had, what was the name of that class? Home economics.
Yeah.
So my mom made everybody, well, there's 4 kids in my family. Every one of them went to home economics except for me. Then when I joined the military, I became a cook. So I was like kind of karma, like, okay, you don't want to take the class? Then this is going to be your life.
Yeah.
So I entered the military and became a food service specialist and part of the 82nd Airborne Division. So my modality was jumping out of airplanes. But
That's
feeding the...
Oh, just jumping
Just
out
jumping,
of
right?
I don't know how you said that so
Right.
casually. Just
That's
jumping out of
not
airplanes. I'm like,
But we had to feed the guys that were frontline infantry, right? So I went to cook school while I was in the military and learned that profession and cooked for 3 years while I was in the military. Then when I got out, I tried it again, working in steakhouse restaurants, and I thought, man, this can't. There's got to be more to this than
Right.
just sitting behind a hot grill or a hot fryer or a hot oven. So I took the food service knowledge that I had and took it to a different route in sales and the logistic part of it. I went to work for Coca-Cola selling Coke products to
Okay.
businesses, and then when you're in that industry, you always find, or you speak to other drivers and like, okay, what do you guys do? What do you guys do?
Right.
And I found another company that is the second largest distributor for food service, and I applied, and I had a friend that was a salesman there, and he helped me get in, and did that for 18 years, and worked delivering food to restaurants, high-end restaurants, country clubs, and stuff like that. So I still kept into that food service industry, just not cooking it.
in a different avenue.
Right, and because cooking became such a chore for me, and
Right.
now I do it personally because at that time I was cooking for 350 people 3 times a day.
All the time.
And that's a lot of food.
Yeah.
And you just
a
get
lot of carrots.
sick of smelling
It's a lot
it,
of
eating it,
potatoes.
and all
It's a
that
lot of
stuff. It is a
celery.
lot of stuff. It's a lot of food.
A lot of food.
So,
Now he only has to cook for 6 of us. See? Should be a piece of cake.
so it's not so bad now.
From 350 to 6. I
Right.
think that's a good.
I like that
Yeah.
upgrade.
I'm glad.
See?
Or downgrade.
You're right.
Yeah. No, it's upgrade.
Yeah.
So-
The challenge is, though, is when everybody's hungry and you say, okay, well, what can I make you? And what do you say? Something good.
Right.
Something delicious.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. So I'll write I don't know on a piece of paper and I'll put it in a pan and start.
Start
Oh
cooking.
my gosh. Oh my
That
gosh.
is the dream.
Wow.
You ask me what to eat, I'm like, nachos, French fries, hamburger,
Yeah.
sushi, all
Yeah.
you can eat.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
yes.
I'll be ready.
Yeah.
You know?
You speaking my language?
We went back to our childhood, which was sometimes grabbing a tortilla, putting cheese in there, put a hot dog, and then roll it up, and then be
Quesadilla.
like, here you go.
Right.
Wow.
That's your dinner.
Hey, hey.
And
Sustenance.
everybody's like, that's really good. I'm like, I know, that's what we ate when we were younger.
What?
Well,
Okay.
speaking of wrapping it up, as far as your love story, I want to know the beginning of your love story. Because listen, when you guys they shared with me their love story because, that's what friends do. And I just want to just kind of engage our listeners that,
Yes.
love is everywhere.
Love is everywhere.
Yes.
I'm really grateful.
You started. You.
And sharing is caring. So please make sure you share the
'Cause
sharing
we
the
care.
love. Because we care. And we want to hear the love. We want to feel the love,
Well, I had just started band in 8th grade. My parents bought me a flute the second semester of my 8th grade year. I was in a beginning band. I taught myself the flute over Christmas break. And then when I got back to school for January, my 8th grade year, I advanced to advanced band and was in the marching band. And I had no idea that I had this love for playing an instrument. So I graduate from 8th grade and I go into band camp my freshman year.
Like
which
real
was
band camp.
Like real band camp. Like these people know how to play their instruments.
Okay.
They have this love for their instruments. So I'm walking, I'm just this small girl coming into band camp. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but at that time, band for people was like the seniors really took a hold of the freshmen. It was like a brother-sister kind of relationship, and that's when I met Greg.
Oh.
Yeah. I was only I was 13 because it was the summer, and then September I turned 14.
Okay.
So he's known me since I was 13. I'm really old today.
That's okay.
You know?
You look
You know,
fabulous.
like we're 21 now.
Right, always.
29
Yeah.
years.
29.
You
No,
know?
we're 29.
Forever 21.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so then my freshman year, Tim died. He was our drum instructor.
Oh.
And at the funeral, it was kind of like we were supposed to like get each other through that time because he was really special to our band. And then we were inseparable until he decided, I'm going in the military.
Oh, and that's
Military,
when you
thank
went
you
out.
for your service.
And that's
Thank
when
you.
you
Thank
went,
He went to go do
went
his
to
service.
jump out of the planes and
And
start
feed
and feed the
everyone.
multitudes.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was 1990, and then in 1991 he was in the military, and I spent my sophomore year waiting for these letters in the mail because that was the only form of communication
Right.
at that time. And
You hear that, kids?
Yeah, you see that? Letters in
Letters.
the
Letters.
mail.
Writing.
and
Right.
Penmanship.
I kept all those
Stamps.
letters in a album, and then my parents didn't like that I was staying home, waiting for this guy to get home from the military, and my dad was in the military. That's how my parents met in Clark Air Force Base in the
Okay.
Philippines, and so he told Greg, "Don't call my daughter anymore."
Oh wow! Oh
Dun,
wow!
dun,
Yeah.
dun.
And the plot
dun,
thickens.
Plot thickens.
But
So-
wait, let's keep going.
Turning page. Go ahead.
So we
Yes,
split.
Keep going. Okay.
My parents weren't loving it, and so we split. And we didn't talk for 24 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
24 years later.
24 years.
24 years.
that's as long as
separate.
Michaela's been alive.
Wow.
That's a long
24
time.
years.
Wow. That's
And at
yeah.
that
Oh my
time,
gosh.
as a sophomore, I just felt he was it for me. That was it. That's who I'm gonna marry. Whenever I graduate, I'm gonna go wherever he's stationed, and just be.
Be the military wife.
Yeah, that was my plan. And then that didn't happen like that. So I went through my high school years. I ended up getting married. I have 3 children. He got married. He had 2 children.
Okay.
And we were both going through divorce.
Oh. So,
Yeah.
but at the same time.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
he was
I was a little further
started.
along.
Yeah, he had already started his,
Okay.
but in North Carolina, it's a whole shebang. Like
Wow.
you have to be separated for a year.
Wow.
You have to then sometimes you don't have somebody who wants to cooperate to make sure that everything is fine. And so his was a lot longer, and mine was pretty early
Okay.
into mine.
Okay.
My grandma had passed when I was 40. And it was like an eye-opener that she said before she passed. She said, you will not live the rest of your days being unhappy and doing for others. You have to be happy too. Think of you. Think of your happiness.
Yes.
And then we started talking as friends after that.
Why don't you tell him how you found me?
How did
I
you-
found him on Facebook, friends.
Facebook.
FB
know.
is the hopeful
You know.
place to be. Dun, 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 dun. All right.
You know what? Shout out to Facebook.
You
Go ahead,
know.
Facebook.
You know,
You are connecting lives one person
It's-
at a time.
Yeah.
this century's love letters. You know what I
Right.
mean? I mean,
You better like and share and subscribe.
right. And subscribe.
Wait, is
My
that
gosh.
YouTube.
If they would have had some kind of a social media when we were younger,
Yeah.
none of this probably would have happened.
Right.
Right.
It was
right.
the lack of communication.
Yeah.
I see.
It's like waiting for the letters. I was like, well,
And then
I don't
also
know
too,
when
because now
that's
we
ever
have
gonna be
FaceTime,
again.
you have, ways
Instant.
to see
Right.
each other
Yeah.
and keep that connection going versus the letters where you didn't have that connection. You just
Sure.
had to, we're talking, back then.
yeah,
So,
I feel like there's sometimes this bad thing with social media and it could get out of control. But for us, that's how we were connected. I went to a Depeche Mode, like a tribute band with a bunch of friends, and they're like, "Who do you talk to from school?" I'm like, "Nobody really." And they're like, "Do you talk to Greg anymore?" I'm like, "No."
Oh, okay.
They're like, "Why not?"
Well, and she still failed to mention that I was in North Carolina still.
Yeah.
And we're
I was
both
in
from
California.
So we were
Far
across the
oceans
land.
apart. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
really, really coast to coast. And so then it rang to me. It was like, Aaron said to me, he said, "Why aren't you talking to Greg?" I'm like,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. You know?
Why isn't he talking to me?
Yeah, I'm like, why doesn't he find me?
Like, why do I have to go looking for him?
Right.
Yes.
Facebook.
So I went looking for him since I had to make the first, step. And I found him on Facebook, and he looked so sad in his profile picture.
She was like, "You
I'm
look
like,
sad."
Was it filtered?
No, I don't really.
I don't think
do
Facebook had
filters.
filters.
Oh, I'm
at
sorry.
that time.
Sorry, that was
This
early.
was
Like-
early Facebook.
Yeah,
This
it was
was
early.
pre-trials.
Pre hug emojis, pre heart emojis.
Right.
It's just a thumbs up.
Just thumbs up.
Yeah.
It's only
It just
thumbs.
show how people could be, how faithful people could be, though.
Right.
Yeah.
The heart.
I was waiting for the letters. Come on.
yeah, why didn't you write me?
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay,
Totally
so
not
we're
to.
Anyways.
we're coming back because we're love now. We're here. We're here. We're not here yet. We're here.
Yeah. So, anyways,
'Kay.
so then you reached out. Greg was
I
like,
reached
"Hey, what's
out.
up, girl?"
He was like, "Is this a joke?"
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. I really did.
I was like, "No, it's me. I'll always be your friend." That's what I told him. Remember?
Trish.
And then we talked as friends for a while. Caught up on all the things. He asked me if I still love music.
A lot of questions. There was a lot
I asked
of
a lot
questions.
of questions. So I was like, "How have been the last 24 years? What have you been doing? What were you doing this year? And what were you doing this year?" And he would say, "You ask all the questions. You ask hard questions." I'm like, "How did this happen? And how did you get to be here?" And it eventually, I don't know how many months later, I was like, "Listen, I'm in love with you. I don't know what to do about this. You're on the other side of the world. What are we going to do?" And he's like, "I love you too."
Oh my God! I'm going home now.
Yeah. She's like this. She's like, "I'll be loving you forever."
I'm looking for the video right now.
Deep inside
In
my heart.
Right.
You know what? When they got on stage and sang that song, I was like, "You are speaking
Your
to
language.
my soul."
Yes.
I love that song.
And that's why they'll be loving each other forever.
Forever.
Yeah, I think that I don't know if it's just music. I don't think we're the only story like this out there that we get back together later. I think that when you start out as friends and you have such a strong foundation and you played music together,
Yes.
I think that there's just a bond there.
There is a bond.
In unison. Yes.
Yes, that has brought you guys back, and now you're in one accord.
Yeah.
My God.
And they have a beautiful family.
Yes.
That I know Caleb came
Yes.
from North Carolina, so you guys are here conquering the city with your entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that story. Greg, how do you
Yes.
feel that you got your queen?
I feel excited. When that initial message came through, I was like, again, is this a joke? Is this for real?
Right.
We talked it over. We dated a year, long distance. I flew there twice. I had her flown over to North Carolina twice so we can, see each other. And had some really hard conversations because when you're a kid and you're in that relationship thing, we had no bills. We had no mortgage. We didn't have any kids. And as adults, we both had kids. We both had some bags coming along with us. So you have to work those things out. And it's a never-ending thing.
Right.
Those
A lot of
people
conversation.
are always going to be attached to you, no matter what, even if you've left them. So we had to get through a lot of things before we said, okay. Well, she said, "I'm moving you back to California." I was like, "Right on."
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go.
Let's
You
do
know?
this together.
So we moved back to California and lived there for a year. My dad talked us into moving here in 2017, and then a year later he passed. But he was kind of like our rock here in Las Vegas.
Right.
And then when he passed, before he passed, my Trish's parents moved out and retired out here as well. So and now we still have that family
Yes.
family foundation here. So
I love that.
then starting Libra and Leo and Better Together Productions. Better Together Productions is our big umbrella, and then Libra and Leos are kind of like underneath that umbrella.
Okay, all right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I started that in 2018.
Yeah.
Woman-owned photography business. We both
Awesome.
love photography. We like being creative. We both had been like a hobbyist for 10 years. So we're like, okay, let's start this business and see where it happens. We had some great mentors in California. And then he does the photography and I edit. I take photos too, but I think editing is where I'm stronger, and his eye is great in the photography.
Okay.
And then I was like, I need my own thing.
Right.
I had been doing this like healthy alternatives for our family for years, probably since Raymond was 5. He's 19 now.
Wow. Okay.
And I think that's so important, you know, although you have a business that you've created together, it's successful, it's thriving, you obviously need something individually that will keep you motivated.
I just felt like I have so many different avenues that I love that I can't just sit there and do one thing.
Right.
Just be an editor all the time. So then people liked my candles and my sprays and all that stuff and shared them with people.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay,
It's another avenue.
We'll do two businesses.
Yeah.
Okay,
Add it
let's go.
alongside what you're doing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's why, you know, entrepreneurship is always, ebbs and flow of creativity and whatever
Right.
comes your way. But if you don't cater to the needs and you don't have a solution for, the public who is your audience,
Right.
you know, it will not succeed. So
Yeah, and I love it. I love it the fact that you guys started with something. Of course, it's your passion. It's something that you love to do. But you know, it's the wonderful thing about life is the fact that we don't have just one. Maybe we have a main one, but there are many different other avenues that we want to branch off and do that and explore, and also maybe create something in that space as well. And so
Right.
for you guys to branch off and do that, I'm not going to be surprised if you guys branch off and do many more other future
Yeah,
things,
I
because
know.
the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? It's unlimited what we can do, and especially when we put our hearts in it and our focus and our love.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it becomes something that we just want to continue on.
I feel like both of the business are straight from our heart.
Right.
And so it's been a good time. A lot of learning
A
experiences.
lot of learning
Right.
experiences.
I look forward to what's next.
Right.
I'm
Well,
always open for something new and fresh, and
Right.
keeping the creativity alive. Instead of like my last couple of months was kind of
Wow.
So the importance of creating and supporting local business is so crucial,
Yes.
especially in a town like Las Vegas, because there are so many creatives that are, depending on the cross-marketing, the partnerships and the
Right.
collaborations of the
Exactly.
community, especially the city, to be able to thrive and, really be successful after the first year. That
Right.
first year mark, it's like, yeah, we did it, but what are you going to do to continue that success? So,
Exactly.
shout out to you guys for
you.
really
Yes.
cross-promoting with other small businesses,
Yes,
because
that's
I
right.
see you guys promoting their business, and then in turn they will promote you as well.
Right.
Yes.
So you hear that, Las Vegas? Let's keep our community strong
Supporting
in
small
supporting each other.
Businesses, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can go to Walmart and get a $5 candle,
Why
but
not?
you didn't get Trisha's love, and
my hard
and all
work.
the things and the products and the investment that she took time to make sure that it's like vegan or like all these without all these pesticides and all these things. It comes from a place of love.
Cruelty-free, all that stuff.
Yeah,
It was a
cruelty-
lot of research,
Yeah.
actually, in everything that I make. It's a lot of research because I
Right.
want to bring people the best, and then becomes my creative side, because then I get to mix all those things and come up with something that
That's beautiful.
somebody else hasn't made.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, candle's a candle, but
But there's billions of people in the world, so we can have plenty of candle makers.
there's
Yeah.
plenty
There is
of-
plenty of
I
people out there.
love
do
to cheer on other candle makers. I think whatever they come up with is so unique as well. You just
Yes.
everybody has their niche, and I think that everybody should just support each other.
Yeah.
And that's when I first moved here, my father-in-law was my only friend. And I've come from living in California for 40 years.
Right.
So when I think that's why it's so important to me to gather the people,
Yeah.
like gather the like-minded people, support each other, because he's all I had, and I kept on saying, I'm like, what is my place here?
Right.
What am I going to do in Vegas? And then he passed. I was like, wow.
Now what are we doing here?
Now what am I really
what's
doing
your purpose
here?
now? Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I think that this has been a blessing because I get to be around you guys. I get to be inspired.
Likewise.
Yeah.
You guys bring in the
Likewise.
music. That is such a huge part of our
Yeah.
soul.
Yes.
The music, the people, and seeing people that
Absolutely.
are not just transients,
Yeah.
which has been nice having the shop too, is because some people come in and we're like, where are you from?
Yeah.
How's the weather there?
Yeah, exactly.
What brought you here? How long
Yeah.
are you here?
No, and that's the beautiful thing about Las Vegas, because it's become such a pot full of different varieties of cultures and nationalities that have come. You have the Pacific Islanders, you have all the Filipino, we have everything, the Mexican. We have such a beautiful collaboration, and you know what? The wonderful thing, like Toni was saying, it's important for all of us to come together, because it's not competition, it's collaboration.
Collaboration.
And when you win, we win, and when
Right.
we win, you win. And we want people to be successful. And here on Mahalo Halo and then some, it's about supporting each
Right.
other.
Right.
It's about coming together, seeing these businesses and saying, how can we help? How can we come alongside? Your father-in-law was your first only, like at the time, your only friend, and now you have a network.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
felt
You know?
I felt like he passed and was like, here,
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
And there's all your people.
Yep.
And they have been shown to me every time, Obviously, there's some that are like, no,
Yeah.
And then we're
They're
like,
not.
Those are
okay.
lessons.
And we're
Definitely
okay.
lessons.
We're okay
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that.
the lessons
Yeah.
with them. But I'm really, really thankful.
Well,
I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you for having us.
Of
I'm thankful
course.
for Mahalo Halo. I think that people really just need to experience such a wonderful, it's like a show. Like the music comes on and all these talents, and it's just a wonderful time. It's like my favorite time of year.
Oh, it's like
wish we could
Christmas,
do it.
but not.
It's like Christmas in
Thanks,
October.
Trish. Yes.
I really wish we could do it
All the
weekly.
time.
Well,
Well, and then some. We'll talk about that.
we will talk about that. That's why we
Yeah.
have this show,
Yeah.
because it's never ending. It's always the then some. What's next for everyone else,
Right.
and how can we continue that Mahalo Halo feeling
Right.
all year long?
The love
How
all
can we
year
bring
long.
that? And how we can do that is bringing in these small businesses or that are going to be growing and teaming together and coming together and talking about that then some. So it's exciting.
I knew-
Speaking of small business, so Libra and a Leo, Better
Yes.
Together Productions. I also wanted to introduce today. We were at Vintage LV
Yes.
this afternoon, and I have a great and big announcement
Yeah.
for my girl, MC Lepa
happening?
Leps Palepa, and her beautiful and talented children.
Yeah.
SA Anime Designs.
Yes, I'm wearing a shirt.
will
In fact,
be-
we're wearing-
Love it.
They are now going to be selling there at Vintage LV. Thank you so much,
Nice.
Barney, and just the teamwork, the collaboration. My daughter was born with both physical and mental disability, but she is self-taught. This is all drawing, and so this is the islands, and she did a lot of different cultures, as well as the Philippines, Guam, Hawaii, New Zealand, Fiji, Tonga, all these. We're starting, and then she's now branching off to Korea, Mexico. We're doing a lot, and she's creating these things, and we're putting on t-shirts and letting people know, represent being, it's unique and unafraid and proud of where we come from. That's
my
her
gosh,
theme.
what a
Yeah.
gift.
So,
Right.
yeah.
So-
Thank you,
Such a
Vintage LV. So please check it out if you're in the Vegas area, downtown Container Park on the second level.
Yes.
And they're going to be there. So thank you so much, Toni.
Yeah, once again, SA Anime Designs will be launching, or is launched, launched, is taking off at Vintage LV, second floor of downtown Container Park.
Yes.
She will be selling her shirts representing, right now we have Philippines,
Yes.
Samoa, and Tahiti.
Yes.
So
That's
check it out,
amazing.
but we also have specialty orders for the other islands.
Yes.
So if you're interested, please hit your girl up
It's
at
at
SA.
SAAnimedesigns.com.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
then we have Libra and a Leo.
Yes.
Let's tell the people where we can find you.
Yes, on Instagram.
So you can find me at Libra_N_Leo on Instagram, Facebook, at LibraandAleo.com,
Okay.
and at our local pop-ups.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we have Better Together Productions.
Correct. So, Better Together Productions is on Instagram as BTP Photography, and you can find it on Facebook as well as just Better Together Productions.
Yes, I love it. So today has been a fulfilling day. I
It does,
mean, I
definitely
must
has.
say, hanging out with MC Lepa Leps, and then now, hanging out with my friends Greg and
Having
Trisha.
us, guys.
Don't forget our surprise from Michaela.
And surprise,
our surprise
MK
from
Chihuahua.
Michaela.
Love it.
That was
is in
my
the
favorite.
building. There she is, strutting.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
chewing.
And chewing.
We want to thank you guys for coming in today, because I know we all have very busy schedules
Yes.
as parents, and running our business and just making sure that we have the house all
In order.
in order,
Yeah.
or out of order,
Or out of
whatever.
order.
Yeah.
Whatever feels good that day.
Organized chaos is what
Yes.
we call it.
Yeah.
Organized chaos.
I mean, we're talking about that, and alongside that, we're all parents, and you were talking about the
Yeah.
collaboration of coming together as a family.
Yeah.
It all starts with love. It all
Right.
starts with you guys, and so thank you for sharing that love story. Thank you for sharing that, and now that the blessings of you guys coming together with your businesses, now we can pass that on to our children and
Right.
parenting and
Yes.
this, and let's go.
Yes, and
Let's
support
go.
small
Let's
business.
go.
Yes.
I know you guys are all excited for Black Friday after Thanksgiving, but there are plenty of creatives and artists and business owners that are, looking toward the holidays for your support. So
Yeah.
Libra and Leo, Better Together Productions, SA Anime Designs,
Yes.
supporting students
Right.
and their creativity. Let's go Vegas. Let's
Come
make
on.
sure we
Let's
support each
go
other.
Vegas.
God is good. We are here to just support one another and really just connect our communities. So mahalo halo and then
Yes.
some is not just a podcast talking about whatever we want, because we can,
Well,
but in order to connect with you guys out there in PHLV radio. So once again, this is your host Toni Rose Lopez.
and MC Lepa Leps, we love you, and mahalo halo, we thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Peace.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.